Out a take. So can the virus be spread through food? For example, ordering a takeout. That's question number three, by the way. So we're doing terrible. Um,
I think, well, some of the other questions we've covered as well, though.
we have. It's a discussion that will cover a lot of the questions.
Yeah.
Um, this is Parlin, who's actually hosted us, is a big foodie, as am I, and takeaways has been a big issue in terms of should we go and get a takeaway from Just Eat or Deliveroo, or should we
Yeah.
just eat at home? Luckily, my wife, she's had to she's been working from home throughout this period from the university and museum. So she loves cooking, so I haven't had to have takeaways. But it's a good question. It's a good question. I mean, generally, most places are hygienic. They have good hygiene ratings, and they're cooking. They're taking extra precautions during this time, so it's not an issue. But on principle, where you can, I would say eat at home, eat yourself, cook your own food because you know how clean your own measures are compared to somebody else. But if you trust the place, like you did previously to the pandemic, I don't see any. I don't see why you wouldn't trust them in this case as well. That's my own personal opinion. Because yes, it can be spread on food if somebody, for example, was to sneeze on it, or they didn't wash their hands and they had it, and they were touching food. But they wouldn't be doing that if some of these places that you would have previously bought your food from or had it delivered to your house to. That's my own take on it. Again, I
No,
don't
no,
know.
I agree. I think what's happening now because you're not going out.
Yeah,
The one treat that you have, or we have, is on a Saturday evening where we order some takeout,
yeah,
right? But we always order pretty much from one or two places
yeah,
because you have that sense of trust of um, how know how compliant they are with hygiene as well. And
yeah,
all restaurants and takeaways they have their hygiene ratings as well, which you can find out. But you have a level of trust with some places.
yeah.
If you're ordering from here, there, and everywhere, as, as you just said, you just don't know.
Yeah, I would say the sensible advice is don't order from somewhere new.
Yeah,
Order if you've been going to your regular joint as Saghir obviously does on a Saturday night, right? Carry on if that's what makes you feel better, and you like the food, and if they're delivering, great. If you need to pick it up, you can go and pick it up as well. As long as you trust them, and you can ask them as well. If you want to know what extra precautions they are taking, just be upfront and ask them. I know I've got a couple of friends that have food places, and they've got like a 5-star hygiene rating anyway, but they've ramped it up in terms of between each meal they have to like wash their hands or wash their gloves, what they're using with disinfectant. They have to spray everything down, wipe everything down, and then even when they do their delivery, the delivery drivers have hand sanitizing gel, and they before they're allowed to touch the bags, they have to wash their hands or disinfect their hands, and then after each delivery they have to do that as well. So just ask them if you're unsure.